Do you know how harmony in music is made? To produce a harmonious sound, you have to play the correct notes together. If you're not a musician and you start banging on the piano, you will produce lousy music unless you're divinely gifted. Our lives are like music. We need harmony in our body, mind, and spirit. God designed us to function and live in harmony. Just like the great musicians who spend their lifetime learning and playing music, we must do the same in studying God's Word, for we will discover the keys we need to live a life that's in harmony with God. If you want to walk with God, you must be in rhythm with His steps. Otherwise, it will not be harmonious. God's world is perfect. No disease, anxiety, fear, or worries exist. I recently realized that whenever I start resenting, whether currently or in the past, I am stepping out of God's presence. Whenever I worry, try to control situations, or have fear, it's producing negative emotions inside me. These feelings, we all know, are not part of God and disrupt the rhythm of our walk with Him. When our body is in harmony, all the cells function as they should, and we are healthy. When the parts in our car work together, the car runs smoothly. But if one part is defective, we could get stranded. God designed the cells in our body to grow at a specific rate. But if there is an overgrowth, cancer happens, and if not apprehended, will try to overtake the whole system. Walking with God requires us to exercise our faith. If we don't worry, we have to trust God and know He will take care of our concerns, whether health, finances, or dreams. We must take our every thought captive or make it obedient to the Messiah. 2 Corinthians 2:5. It is intentional and requires action. Whatever is lovely, whatever is genuine, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, and if anything is praiseworthy or excellent, think about such things. Philippians 4:8. Now, I am learning that whenever I feel negative emotions, I must deal with them immediately. I forgive and move back to where God is. Just remember, negative emotions are not allowed in God's house because He will take care of everything. It's a fact that God is holy, and those who worship Him must worship Him in spirit and truth. He is a spirit, and that our spirit must connect to. And we can only discover the truth if we read His Word. We don't have to understand music and know how it works. Simply trusting and accepting the work that Yeshua did will do. But for those of us who enjoy learning the mechanics of how things work, then it's an exciting journey. It's like finding treasures along the way, like going on a nature walk and finding edible berries the bears haven't eaten yet. It's like walking along the beach, looking for seashells and seeing a sand dollar. God said, I will give you the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that you may know that I, the Lord, who call you by name, am the God of Israel. Isaiah 45:3. The Bible is full of treasures you can't plainly see. It's like going into a dark cave and finding diamonds under a rock, riches that are hidden in places that nobody knows because it's a secret. Life is a symphony. Look at the conductor. Learn to play and be in sync with all the other instruments around you. Feel the music. When there is harmony, there is peace. We can only achieve harmony if we don't have negativity. The phrase, God will take care of it, helps me a lot in having peace. It causes me to actively exercise my faith. Our body is a complex mechanism. Everything is interrelated, from our thoughts affecting our cells to the network of nerves and pathways doing their job day in and day out. It will be impossible to figure it all out, but all we have to do is to be in God's presence and have the health and peace He designed for us. Whenever you talk about negative situations, even if you're not currently present in the location you're talking about, if the topic you're talking about is alarming, then your cells will feel alarmed, just like you're actually on the scene. If you're constantly stressing out about every little thing, then your cells panic all the time, which means your stress hormone, cortisol, is continuously being pumped out of your adrenal glands. Cortisol is supposed to be reserved only for emergencies, but now everything is an emergency, and it's not good for our bodies to be in panic mode all the time. Guaranteed, it will result in illness. Also, we know that the cells in our bodies listen to our thoughts because it's a fact that our brain tells our hands to move a certain way, and what our fingers push on the keyboard when we type. It tells us how to walk, how to do things. It's no secret that our brain acts as a control tower. God created our bodies with a network of receptors and pathways and nerve endings, you name it. There is an information highway inside us connecting one system to another. They're supposed to be a symphony that makes beautiful music. If in harmony, then it occurred to me that when I am insecure, worried, restless, upset, my cells are getting the message from my brain that I am not whole, that something is wrong. Now I'm causing turmoil inside me. My cells are not happy and they are not in harmony. What am I doing? All my life, I have been a spiritual and prayerful person. Still, I never realized that all the negative emotions that I allowed myself to experience were doing damage to my body. What are negative emotions? They are bitterness, resentment, anxiety, fear, stress, anger, and all those feelings that do not belong in God's kingdom. I thought I would be safe since I had a healthy lifestyle, always prayed, tried to be obedient to God. I always forgive, but somehow I recall incidents in my mind and just frustrated over it. I would recover and act positive, move forward, and minister to others. I now know that you can do all this preventative stuff, but if you don't practice dwelling in God's presence, your body can still get sick and stressed. What I mean when I say dwelling in God's presence is you choose not to carry with you anything that does not belong where God dwells. Because if you have those, you will not get to where He is. I'm pretty sure I think about God all day and yet have negative feelings. I constantly cry out to Him, help me. But what does that say? Your cells are thinking she needs help. Oh no, we are in trouble. There is no abiding peace when you constantly say, help me. I was continually stressed out even if surrounded by God's beautiful nature. Deep inside me, I was continually, I felt hopeless and tired. Then, just like the Israelites crying out to God in their slavery, God finally decided to bring them to freedom. That's what happened to me. I got the big C and I began the journey to freedom. When I sincerely listened and obeyed, I discovered a solution that He has already placed in front of me, but didn't see because I was blinded. I was blinded because I wanted people to pay up. I tried to solve problems my way. I wanted to control my situation and reputation. And I thought my happiness depended on things getting fixed and on someone doing what I said. But I was wrong. I even asked God, why am I the one getting sick? I'm not the problem. It's unfair. When I opened my eyes, I was able to see what happened. All along, I was doing damage to my body by entertaining negative thoughts. I have another video on how I overcame negative thoughts. What I discovered helped me a lot. God is faithful. He revealed to me the sins that were masquerading themselves simply as my thoughts, but they were actually deadly. I'm going to reclaim my thoughts and let God handle the negative invaders. I'm moving on to a lifestyle that is healthier and in harmony with God.